My son left me in a foreign country, but when he returned home, he couldn't believe his eyes. When my husband died, my world shrank to one person, my son Daniel. He was all I had left. I raised him alone after his father passed away from a sudden heart attack. I worked 2 jobs, skipped meals so he could eat, and stayed awake at night sewing clothes so he could go to school looking decent. I never complained. I told myself one day he'll understand. For years he was kind, loving. He used to hold my hand when we crossed the street, afraid I'd fall. He called me mommy even when he was 10, but something changed when he grew older. College changed him. Friends changed him. Money changed him. And marriage, he finished the job. His wife, Laura, was polite in front of me but cold behind my back. She hated that Daniel still cared for me. She hated that I lived in his house after he married her. She wanted privacy, freedom, and me gone. One evening, Daniel came home smiling too much. "Mom," he said, "Laura and I booked a vacation for you. You deserve it." I blinked in surprise. "For me?" "Yes," he said quickly. "A week in Italy, fully paid. Hotel, food, sightseeing." My heart melted. I thought finally he remembers who raised him. I hugged him, tears in my eyes. "Thank you, my son." Laura smiled too, but her smile didn't reach her eyes. The journey was long. I had never flown alone before. Everything was confusing: airports, signs in strange languages, loud announcements. But I trusted my son. When I landed in Italy, I realized something strange. No one was waiting for me. I called Daniel. "Mom, the driver must be late," he said. "Take a taxi to the hotel. I sent you the address." I did as he said. But when I reached the hotel, the receptionist shook her head. No reservation under that name. I felt my chest tighten. I called Daniel again. "Maybe try another hotel," he said. "Let me check." Then his phone went off. Again. And again. And again. That night I slept on a bench outside a cafe, holding my purse tightly, afraid of thieves, afraid of the dark, afraid of everything. By the second day I had no money left except a few euros. I didn't speak the language. I didn't know where to go. I finally found an embassy office. The officer looked at my passport and frowned. "Your return ticket is canceled." I felt dizzy. "Canceled? Why?" "It was canceled from your son's account." I sat down slowly. That's when the truth hit me like a slap. My son hadn't sent me on vacation. He had sent me away. Alone in a foreign land. For days I cried in public parks and bus stations. I called Daniel dozens of times. He never answered. Finally, I received one message. "Mom, you'll be safer there. We need space. Please don't come back." That was it. No apology. No explanation. No love. I was 62 years old. Homeless. Abandoned. In a country where I didn't understand a single word. I thought my life was over. But God had other plans. The stranger. One evening, while sitting near a small church, a woman approached me. She was about my age with kind eyes. "You are not from here," she said in broken English. I nodded. She handed me a sandwich and water. "My name is Maria," she said. "Come, you stay with me." I hesitated, but hunger and exhaustion defeated fear. Maria lived in a tiny apartment above a bakery. She gave me her bed and slept on the couch. For the first time in weeks, I slept without shaking. Maria helped me get temporary work at the bakery. I cleaned tables, washed dishes, and later helped prepare bread. The owner, an old man named Luca, noticed my hard work. "You strong woman," he said, "you stay." Months passed. I learned Italian slowly. I earned a small salary. I sent one final message to Daniel. "I am alive. I hope you are well." No reply. So I stopped waiting. A new life. 3 years passed. 3 years of pain, but also healing. The bakery grew. Luca retired and sold the business. Maria and I bought it together with savings and a small loan. We renamed it Second Chance Bakery. Tourists loved it. Our bread became famous in the neighborhood. I became known as La Nonna del Pain, the grandmother of bread. I laughed again. I lived again. I forgave, but I never forgot. The return. One summer morning, the bakery door opened, and my heart stopped. Daniel stood there. He looked older, tired, nervous. He didn't recognize me at first. I was stronger now, confident, wearing an apron instead of tears. "Excuse me," he said, "do you speak English?" "Yes," I replied calmly. "I'm looking for a woman, my mother. Her name is Margaret. She disappeared years ago." I looked straight into his eyes. "I know her." He leaned forward. "Please, I've searched everywhere." I took off my apron. "I am Margaret." His face turned white. "Mom." He dropped to his knees right there in the bakery. "I thought you died," he whispered. "No," I said, "you just left me." Tears streamed down his face. "Laura made me do it," he said. "She said you were a burden. I was weak. I believed her. Then she left me and took everything. I realized too late what I had done." People in the bakery stared. I crossed my arms. "So now you came back, because you lost everything." He nodded. "I have nothing, no home, no job. I just want my mother back." Silence filled the room. The choice. For years, I had imagined this moment. I imagined shouting. I imagined slapping him. I imagined walking away. But instead, I felt tired. I had already cried enough. "I forgave you long ago," I said softly, "but forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting." He looked hopeful. "Come inside," I said. "Sit." I gave him bread and soup. Not because he deserved it, but because I was still a mother. "I cannot go back with you," I said. "My life is here now." "I'll stay," he said. "I'll work for you. I'll do anything." So I let him stay. Not as a son, but as an employee. The lesson. For a year, Daniel worked in the bakery. He cleaned floors, carried flour, woke up at 4 a.m. He never complained. One day he said, "I finally understand what you did for me all those years." I nodded. "You abandoned me," I said, "but I found myself." He cried. "I was blind." "Yes," I said, "but now you see." Ending. Today my bakery still stands. Daniel still works there. He is kind again, humble again. But he knows one thing. A mother's love is not something you throw away. Because sometimes, when you come back, your mother is no longer waiting for you. She is standing stronger than ever. And the home you left behind is no longer yours.